Hello, you want to draw but you don't know how to start. I teach people who think they can't draw that they can in my classes in the Dordogne in France. I've been asked if I would share my tips and techniques here on my YouTube channel. This video is progressive, so we're going to start with basic hearts and then add in foliage and love letters. I'll show you how to put it all together and give you ideas for lovely illustrations. I have 3 top tips for drawing hearts, so you'll never be stuck again. Let's get started. My first top tip is that the foundation of every great doodle is finding the best basic shape to build on. For our hearts, we're going to use the letter T. Draw a letter T, it can be any size, and we're going to build on this shape. About 1/3 of the way down the vertical stroke of the T, we're going to add a small dot, which is our guide for where the top lines of the heart meet. Now all we need to do is join the ends of the lines with some curves. Here's my second top tip to make things easier. If I'm doodling something symmetrical, I always start on the side opposite my dominant hand. If you're left-handed, draw in the right side first, and if you're right-handed, draw in the left side first. This is so you have a point of reference, and it means your hand doesn't cover up the shape you want to match. It's a really useful tip I use all the time. Now you have a reliable foundation for doodling hearts, let's take it a step further. We're working in light pencil, but don't worry about all the guidelines and dots. Use as many as you need, because once the basic doodle is done, we'll go over it in pen. I use black Sigma micron pens in sizes 01 and 005, and after a minute or two, once the ink is dry, I erase my pencil lines. Draw a vertical line through the centre of the heart. It's a guide to help us because we're drawing something symmetrical. We're going to add a curve above the heart to represent the locket closure, and we'll use my tip about not covering up something you want to keep as a reference. So we begin with the topmost curve, move our hand down and out of the way of the reference point, and then add the second lower curve. Let's turn this heart into a locket by adding a lock. It's a small circle with a triangle underneath. We can make this look a little more 3D by adding a thin line curving around the top left of the heart shape. Now we've drawn hearts and lockets, I hope you're finding your confidence and are ready for some foliage. Begin with a curved line. A curved line will make your doodles look as if they have more life to them. Add ovals either side of the line. They can be directly opposite or alternate. Use these simple leaves to hug your heart or create a spray of foliage. We can make larger leaves by drawing a curve and adding a diamond shape to one end. Draw a few of these until they feel familiar, then curve your diamond a little to give the leaf a sense of movement. Curve your sprigs and large leaves in any direction to suit your doodle. It's time for some romance in the form of love letters. Start with a rectangle. Add a light vertical line down the centre. Remember our dot on the letter T? We're going to add a dot on the vertical line in our rectangle about halfway down. Now we join the dot to each of the top corners. Slightly more than about halfway down each of our newly added lines, we add another couple of dots. These dots are joined with 2 more lines to the 2 bottom corners. I hope you can see how easy these doodles are. Once you know where to begin, you'll always be able to draw them. If you want an open envelope, return to the vertical line and add a dot above the envelope about the same distance as the first dot was below the envelope. Now join this new dot to the top corners and add a short horizontal line to indicate the fold of the envelope flap. I can't resist showing you a quick little extra detail. Draw a small circle over the place where the envelope closes. Now give the line a wobble. Inside the circle, add another small wobbly curve. This indicates a seal being pressed into wax. And now add a tiny heart inside. Look at these examples. Each doodle started as a basic shape, and with little creativity and practice they evolved into something unique which I can use to personalise greeting cards or in my journal. My third top tip is to be kind to yourself. Don't expect your doodles to look identical to mine. They won't, and that's not because of any error on your part. It's because your doodles will look as individual as your handwriting. If you enjoyed today's lesson and would like to see more, please like and subscribe so you don't miss an update. And if you have any ideas for things that you would like to see me doodle, drop a note in the comments below. Thanks for watching and happy doodling.